Well, the hashtag has become synonymous with Twitter and social media writ large. 10 years ago Wednesday, Chris Messina, then a product designer at Google, used what was previously known as the pound sign in a tweet, and the rest is hashtag history. CNET senior editor Brian Tong is in San Francisco. Hey, Brian.
Hey, what's up, Elaine? How you doing?
I'm okay. So since then, Twitter users have generated some 125 million hashtags. With the president's penchant for 140-character messages, we in the news business know the power of the hashtag all too well. What do you think are some of the symbol's big moments over the years?
Well, I think when I think about the hashtag, it's things that maybe you started becoming part of a trend on because you saw it on the side, you wanted to be involved, or you even learned something. So, you know, I kind of thought about what are some of the ones that really stuck out. I think one of the first ones was Follow Friday. This is when Twitter was kind of like people were trying to figure it out, and you were trying to tell people, hey, these are the people you should follow. You don't see Follow Friday as much anymore, but I think that was kind of one of those classic Twitter hashtags. Another one that was great and really sent a great message was the Ice Bucket Challenge. And that was one of those things, you know, for a great cause, and it involved, you know, video clips and stunts, and really almost everyone got engaged with that, and that reached beyond Twitter, right? It reached on Facebook, on Instagram. That was a cool one. And then another one that I think is really important, and especially today, is Black Lives Matter. Like, I was a user who, that's a term that I looked up, I saw, and I didn't understand what it was about, what was the movement for, what was the message. And I think that's also the power of Twitter, being able to educate and inform people, and also give a voice to groups that may not normally have some in a mainstream media format. And then, you know, because it's Wednesday, Elaine, I wanted to give you my Woman Crush Wednesday. So, you know, I want to holler at you, like, you know. Here, let me just put that in right now.
You know, I'm not really on Twitter, by the way.
Well, you know what? You better get on there because it's just blowing up. It's blowing up.
Okay, if you say so. All right. Let's talk about some...
Did you blush? Because Asians don't blush, do they? I don't know.
I'm wearing orange today. Maybe that's what it is.
Okay.
Let me ask you, Galaxy Note 8. After the Galaxy Note 7's fall from grace, Samsung is releasing its follow-up, the Galaxy Note 8. What do you think of the new device? Have they addressed its exploding battery issues?
Well, I think that's the first thing when people hear the Note. Quite honestly, they put out through this new rigorous battery procedure to test them for the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus. I think the Note 8 is a great phone. It's gonna really not do anything that's game-changing from a phone standpoint, but all they really had to do is showcase that, look, we're still supporting the Note. Users who felt quote-unquote burned by the last situation are going to still get a great phone. There's a lot of excitement around it from Note users, and I think the coolest thing is it's dual camera. There's some really interesting things that we haven't seen in phones yet. We know the next iPhone is going to be announced in probably around 2 or 3 weeks, and so we'll see how that shakes out with its phone and the phone itself, or the camera in the phone itself. But I think the Note 8 is going to be a solid phone. I don't expect us to see any battery issues. They've even reduce the size of the battery inside the Note 8 slightly, so I think that's going to also help alleviate any issues moving forward.
Also, Brian, tech titan Google is partnering with retail giant Walmart. Walmart's products will be available on Google Express, the company's online shopping mall. What do you make of this deal, and do they have a chance of taking on Amazon?
I think they have a chance of taking them on, but I don't think they have a chance of taking over. Amazon is a behemoth now. I think what's also interesting is that Amazon threatened Walmart's brick and mortar store model, and then at the same time, Amazon has also threatened Google's search from a standpoint of, when I know I want to buy something, I don't search it in Google anymore. I go to Amazon first, and then I search in Amazon. And so these are two companies that are trying to, you know, compete. Even if they come in, this partnership could be really good. We know how, you know, everywhere Google is, also with Google Home and their voice assistant. A lot of people are starting to use voice more often, so to be able to order things that way, much like people do with the Echo, is a really great move. So they're just trying to close the gap, but I don't see them overtaking Amazon anytime soon.
Finally, Ryan, SpaceX founder Elon Musk debuted the company's new spacesuits for future missions on Instagram Wednesday morning, which I am on, by the way. And they look a lot more sleek than NASA's. What more can you tell us about these new suits?
Oh my gosh, these things look amazing, quite honestly. Elon put it out there. You know, for people that aren't paying attention to SpaceX, right? This is one of Elon Musk's, you know, various companies. We have Tesla, SpaceX, where they're working on sending, you know, regular citizens to space. I think they're trying to set that goal out for 2018. But this spacesuit, super futuristic.
Crazy.
Looks like something from like Daft Punk.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not even just a mock-up. This is an actual spacesuit that people using, at least NASA NASA, people that are traveling through NASA to go to the International Space Station, they're going to be able to wear these suits through, again, a SpaceX, what they call this kind of dragon pod that's going to ferry them back and forth. So this is a real thing. This is amazing. We don't know much, but Musk told us that we're going to see more of this, and he's going to drop more details soon.
Yeah, I can't wait to find out more. All right, I'm
Really
off
awesome.
to check my Twitter feed. Brian Tong at CNET.
Fine, I'll do it for reals. I'll do it for reals. I'll just give you a Women Crush Wednesday.
Okay. Take care.
All right, thanks, Elaine.